I want to spend time on it. I want to learn new things about information technology or the environment, not about more military and more political things. Always want to be looking forward. And the response I usually get is, well, General Powell, that's a very healthy attitude to have. And, that's good. You've got a positive attitude and looking forward. But come on, give me a break. There's got to be something you miss about being Secretary of State. Yeah. There's one thing, and I miss it very, very badly. I miss my airplane. I had my own 757, and everywhere I went was always waiting at the VIP terminal. And when it was time to leave that foreign country, I would go to the VIP lounge and I would drink tea with my host, and I would wait while they rolled a long red carpet out to my plane. And then when it was time to leave, I'd say goodbye, and I'd start down the red carpet. A band would be playing. An honor guard would be saluting me, and I would walk to my airplane waving to the adoring crowds. I get to the steps. My left foot hit the bottom step, the pilot would start the right engine. When I got to the top step, he'd start the left engine. I'd go into my private cabin, sit down, put on my seatbelt, and wait until a steward came in with a Diet Coke on a silver tray. He would take the Diet Coke off the silver tray, and he'd pop it on the table in front of me. And as soon as the others heard the pop, the plane would immediately start to move. It was cool. They took my plane away, they gave it to Condi, and now Hillary's got it, and I ain't never going to see it. That's the way it is. It's okay. It's all right. You're going to get back to being normal. Not up there, you're down here now. So the week after I stepped down, I had to go to New York. And my friends say, not hard. You don't need a 757. Here's how you do it. You go down to Reagan National Airport. You pull into the garage. Yep. Push the button, and a little machine and the ticket will come out and use it. You park your car, you walk across the bridge to the Delta shuttle counter. You buy your tickets, you go to New York. That's all there is to it. Okay. I pull into Reagan National and park, get the ticket, walk across. I show up at the counter and I made 3 mistakes. I showed up late, I paid cash, and I had no luggage. And unlike the guy on Christmas Day, I was there with my hands up being searched. My clothes are coming off, shoes are off, pants falling. An extremely large dog begins to smell me. And because it's me standing in the middle of Reagan National Airport, the TSA people decide that they have to do a very thorough job to make sure that everybody watching will know that nobody gets any slack. So the guy comes with a wand. This is all new to me, and he's wanding away, and he is being exceptionally thorough. And finally, he's in front of me, and he's wanding, and I look down at him, and he looks up at me, and he smiles, and says, and General Powell, how are you today? Well, I'm fine. But if you know I'm General Powell, why did you go over there and look for Osama bin Laden? Why are you bugging me this way? But I knew why he was doing this, because I helped put this system in place just a few months earlier. We had to do it, and if we had any doubts about why we have to do this, those doubts were removed on Christmas Day, and the President has been telling us in recent days what we think has to be done in order to make sure that we remain safe. Because the first responsibility of a government is to protect its people, number one. And we have done a much better job since 9/11. It is impossible to stop everything coming in, but we are much safer now than we were before 9/11. We have defense at our airports. We have offense going after them in Afghanistan and Pakistan, in Yemen and other places in the world. We have other deterrent mechanisms, such as protecting our visa system and things like that. So rest assured, we are a lot safer. We can be made even more safer, but we're a lot safer now than we were then. The caution we have to apply is we can't become so safe that we cut ourselves off from the rest of the world. After about a year and a half of the new procedures, I went to see President Bush and I said, Mr. President, we're starting to pay, I think, too high a price for all the procedures we put in place and for our safety. We have to find the right balance. And the way the price manifests itself is that people who would send their kids to American colleges are not sending them the same numbers. Too hard to get a visa, and there are problems at our airports. And so these youngsters are going to France, to Germany, to England, to Australia, to New Zealand, to Canada. People are taking our market share because they're going after these students. People who would normally come to Mayo Clinic or Cleveland or MD Anderson or Johns Hopkins for care now discover that in a flattening world, they can go so many places for care. You can find a Johns Hopkins or a Mayo Clinic outlet in the Gulf area, in Abu Dhabi or in Saudi Arabia, places like that now. India has a fast-rising medical facility infrastructure that equals anything we have. And so we can't shut ourselves off from the rest of the world, not in this information-driven, globalized, flattening world. And so while we protect ourselves, we have to make sure we don't communicate to the rest of the world that America doesn't want you to come here. We do want you to come here. We want your kids to come here and learn and get the skills they need to take back home and help you in those countries rise up the cultural, economic, and social ladder. That's how you kill terrorism at the end of the day, by giving people hope, by giving them a better life. We want people to come here, live with us 1, 2, 3, or 4 years, get healthcare quality, healthcare from us, and go back home and say to the people in the other countries, you know, America isn't a Hollywood sitcom. It's not a Michael Moore movie or a Michael Moore book. Americans are good, generous, considerate, kind people. They know that they're a nation of nations. They know that every nation touches them and they touch every nation. That's the good America. Because here's what it's all about. If a terrorist gets through and succeeds in damaging a building or knocking down a building or killing some of our fellow citizens, that would be a tragedy. And we would go after whoever sent him here. We'd go after him with all of the assets and resources at our disposal. We'd rebuild. We'd mourn for those we lost. But what a terrorist can't do, not some clown on Christmas Day or anyone else in the world, what terrorists cannot do is change who we are and what we are as a welcoming, outgoing people wanting to work with the rest of the world, wanting to be the leader of the rest of the world. They can't change that. Only we can change it if we become so frightened, so afraid, so cautious that we start to shut ourselves down from the rest of the world. We must not let that happen. We're Americans. We cannot walk around afraid of some clown hiding in a cave in Pakistan or somewhere in Yemen. We've got to remain bold and strong and go on the offensive against them and not withdraw back into Fortress America. Those days are over. And I think we can do that.